They made DJ in this movie the walking resource, different kind of emergency. Like he even had condoms in his goodie bag. Paige Kennedy's character DJ in Meg 2 The Trench. Another black boy in horror that I feel like we gotta appreciate. We gotta show some love to. First of all, if you're gonna do a sequel to something like The Meg, which was a pleasant surprise for me, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure just how crazy they were gonna get, and the rating. I was like, this is something that should be rated R, but it was entertaining as hell. I took it for what it was and had a hell of a time watching it. If you're gonna do a sequel to The Meg, this is how the fuck you do it. I don't care nothing about the hate for it. I said it in my review. I had lots of praise for this movie. This movie was just absolutely insane, and I knew what I was getting just based off the trailer, and it delivered that and then some for me. Like I was able to go into this and have a great time watching it. But Paige Kennedy's character DJ was definitely one of the highlights. This is a character. There's a lot of people that had problems with his character and the way that his character was written in their reviews and shit like that. But it makes sense. It makes perfect sense. I think I said this in my review. You have a character who's the token black guy who had no fucking business being out there in the first place. Like it reminds me of like when LL Cool J was in Deep Blue Sea and he works in a kitchen underneath a aquatic station. Like fuck that. You don't have no business being down there. You don't. One small crack in the glass and how you gonna get out of there? It's over. So even though he didn't have no business being out there, he did survive the first movie. But the fact that they brought him back in the midst of the shit, it made sense how he was written because he's like, okay, y'all said y'all need me, y'all want me to come back. I learned how to swim, I learned how to fight. He said he had a gun with poison tip bullets like in Jaws and all this other shit. And he gets way more to do in this movie. He's way more hands-on in this movie. But that made sense to me. Like, even though he had no business being next to the water again, it made sense. If you brought him back, he's like, okay, this time I'm going to be prepared to the point where I've got a bag full of shit that, while it might be convenient to the plot and to the character, doesn't matter. It just adds to how entertaining the character is to watch. He gets to whoop ass. He doesn't get... I don't think he gets to encounter the shark at any point. He does in the last one. I think when the Meg eats the smaller shark that's already big as fuck, and he's flipping out over that. But they made sense of why he's even back in the first place, and you don't really do that. Like you might get a bunch of you get Halloween sequels where it's like, why the fuck is Jamie Lee Curtis still living in Haddonfield? Why the fuck or you get Scream sequels? Why is Sidney Prescott still living in Woodsboro? Very rarely do they say why these characters come back or why they are in the mix again. But when you actually get it, an explanation for it, you gotta. An explanation that pays off. Like I said, he gets way more to do. He gets his own little, buddy comedy movie with Cliff Curtis at some point. Who Cliff Curtis is a super underrated actor, a chameleon of an actor. I feel like people don't give credit to. This chick just took off running. He had his little buddy comedy shit going on with her. Now they running from these little, I don't know what these little dinosaur things are. But he's given so much to do, man, and it's played up for the laughs. If you're going into this and be like, well, it's not realistic. It's like, yeah, it's a fucking big ass multiple megalodons, octopuses, and I know somebody in the comments is going to be like, it's octopi. I know, damn it. Let's not get all technical.